What's up, guys? Kyle here with Crypto Theory. All right, it's Speculation Saturday. Put on those tinfoil hats. We're going to be talking about how many Stellar would you need to realistically become a millionaire, okay? Before we jump in, guys, first I just want to point out, I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit off, if things seem off with that. I'm a little bit sick today, so, we're going to fight through it. We're going to get you guys a video out here, though, because you deserve it. So make sure to smash up those likes. If you like crypto, if you like Stellar, smash up those likes for us. Turn on those notifications and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. With that being said, we're not going to waste any time on this. We're going to dive right in, okay? So we are going to cover how many Stellar realistically you could need to potentially become a millionaire. We're going to do some price predictions. Now, this is all, obviously not professional financial advice. This is just our opinions on it and everything. And I think, from our standpoint, we're going to try to simplify this as much as we possibly can to make it easy for everybody to follow along with it. Obviously, this is all based on if the bull market continues as well, okay? So, obviously, we've had a lot of turbulence here over the last little bit. So, this is all kind of based on if the bull market continues. We believe that it will, not professional advice. We believe that it will. This is just, a blip on the radar on the way to much greater things, okay? So, I want to talk about what Stellar actually is for people that aren't aware of it. We do have full-fledged videos covering Stellar, so you can definitely check those out on the channel. But let's dive in and let's talk about what Stellar is really, really quick. Then we're going to get to the good stuff, okay? So, Stellar is an open-source distributed community-owned network used to facilitate cross-asset transfers of value. They aim to facilitate those transfers of value at a fraction of a penny while aiming to be an open financial system that gives people of all income levels access to low-cost financial services, okay? Great use case, great project. In my opinion, I'm a big fan of Stellar. It's one of my favorite projects. You can see it's an open network for storing and moving money, basically, okay? I'm not going to go into all the details. This is going to be a very condensed version of that. We do have, like I said, full-fledged videos. They're a direct competitor, basically, to XRP Ripple. Ripple dealing more with the banks and everything. Stellar going after the unbanked, the billions of people worldwide that don't have access to financial systems, okay? So it makes it possible to create, send, and trade digital representations of all forms of money, dollars, pesos, Bitcoin, pretty much anything, designed so all the world's financial systems can work together on a single network. Pretty cool stuff. And you can see all the different stuff that they've got going on. Again, we're not going to dive too much into it. Just know this is a project to put on your radar if you haven't already. One of the reasons I'm so bullish not only is the great use case of it, but, guys, if we take a look, let me pull up the max chart here. This thing right here still has not reached its previous all-time high. It got up really, really close before, the market started, free falling a little bit there the other day. But you can see over the last 7 days, it's been absolutely getting crushed right now. But it still hasn't even reached its previous all-time high. Okay, so most other projects have at least reached that, and they're in price discovery. At least they were. This right here hadn't even made it all the way there. So it does make me bullish on this project right here. I think that there is a lot of potential for this moving forward. So with that being said, let's jump in and let's start, let's throw some numbers around there. Let's speculate a little bit and have a little bit of fun with this. Okay, so we're going to base this on assuming that it's a 50-cent Stellar. Okay, the reason that we're doing this, even though I know it's only 39.40 cents basically right now, you can clearly see it right there on the screen. We're going to base it on 50 cents because it does make the math on this a lot easier for everybody that's watching, basically, to understand it and kind of figure everything out a little bit quicker, a little bit easier for it, okay? So again, let's base this on a 50-cent Stellar. So if Stellar, and again, these are all, guys, not professional financial advice, and these are all predicated on the bull run continuing. Okay, so let's say that the bull run continues. Stellar conservatively reaches only $3. Okay, I think it could go higher than that. Let's just say that it reaches $3. Basically, that means at current pricing, you're going to need to get 333,333 Stellar, which are going to cost you $166,000 and some change, okay? Most people don't have that kind of money just laying around that they're going to put into one project, okay? 99% of the world doesn't have that kind of money laying around to dump 166 grand into something when it's just that one project right there, okay? So that's a conservative estimate, though, in terms of the price, if that bull run does continue. Where I think it's more likely, if we can get back on track, I believe it should reach somewhere around $5, I think is a reasonable estimate for this, okay? Let's say that this thing got to $5. Basically, that means that you're going to need 200,000 of those to be able to cash out at $5 and make $1 million. At a 50-cent price point, okay, that means that you're going to still need to spend 100 grand, okay? So it's cheaper than it was, but it's still going to be 100 grand. Okay, again, a lot of people don't have that kind of money laying around. And guys, remember, this is all building towards, different price predictions of where it could go, and it may show you that it could be great to have it right now, but it could be even better if you hold it a little bit longer and you wait till the next bull cycle, because as everybody knows at this point, Bitcoin and cryptos are very cyclical, okay, very historical, every 4 years, okay. So we're going to talk about that here in just a second, but let's kind of keep rolling with this, okay? I'm getting excited. I love, I love just imagining having enough of something where you can become a millionaire. Like, to me, it's so much fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying this too, okay? Let's just say that it was to reach $6, and that's a possibility during this run, okay? If it reaches $6, that basically means you're going to need 166,667 Stellar. That would cost you $83,000 and some change. Okay, so a little over $83,000. Okay, some people may have that, and if you've been accumulating for a while, great job, congratulations. Because if it hits any of these prices, you could be looking at a lot of newly minted millionaires, because a lot of people back Stellar, they love Stellar, and I think everybody kind of sees the potential of this one, especially as here's the thing, as Ripple works its way back into the mainstream and it's not having all of its issues that it's been having and everything with the SEC lawsuit, that's good for Stellar, I think, too. I think part of the reason Stellar has still not been able to get over the hump and break that previous all-time high, a lot of people thought that Stellar would benefit from Ripple really struggling, but I think that almost kind of tainted the thought of both of them in a weird way like that, okay? So I think people still associated Stellar with Ripple. At least that's kind of my thoughts on it. So I think that's part of the reason for it, and I think as Ripple comes back strong, that's only going to help Stellar, and that's going to help push them forward. So realistically, that's probably about the highest that it would go during this cycle right here. Now, let's just say if you haven't been accumulating it, and you're working on it right now, okay? So you don't have enough to be a millionaire yet. You can always look towards the future. We know historically when the bull runs are going to be typically, and that means that you can start that accumulation phase and start really, really building towards the next bull run, okay? So let's just say it gets to $5 or $6 during this one. Well, realistically, I think we could assume it would double in value during the next bull run, which would put it at a $10 Stellar, okay? At that point, you're only going to need 100,000 Stellar. It's still a lot, but it's not nearly what was needed with those other price points. For 100,000 Stellar, if you were to purchase those now, and it's going to actually be even less than this because we're basing it on a 50-cent Stellar, but at a 50-cent Stellar, that's still going to only cost you 50 grand, okay? A lot of money still, I get that, but I think anybody out there would trade 50 grand for $1 million, obviously, okay? So for 50 grand, you could be a Stellar millionaire. And then last but not least, let's speculate like crazy and say that this thing was to reach $15 during the next bull run 4 years from now. Okay, reaches $15. Basically, that means that you're going to need 66,666 Stellar. That would cost you $33,000 and some change. Okay, $33,333 to be exact at a 50-cent Stellar. Okay, again, I think anybody would take a $30,000 investment if they could turn that into $1 million. Yeah, I think anybody would take you up on that. So, but guys, there's some fun for you for this Saturday. There's some different options that are available right there. Speculate. Let us know in the comments below. Are you a Stellar fan? If so, where do you think it's going to go? Is it going to be a zero? Is it going to be a hero? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to that channel, guys. That's all I got. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll catch you in the next one.